2020, yeah. VVS, clarity, yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on.
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Yellow, I'm the little lady. Number 53, Mike 53. 15.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mahomes on the move to his left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You draw Corker. Whip. Watch the whip.
Now a give right side. Pittman had a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd down, Pittman. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Check. 5. Check. 50. Ready.
They'll run on 1st down. Pittman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
No chance. 5.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
152 fighter. He's coming. Double up.
Second and 1. Flush to his right. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Go now. 90 Wolf. 61. Matchbox lights. Shoot.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A 1-yard touchdown reception. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Let's go.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hey, 43, 15.
From the 36, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, foxtrot. Now.
2nd and 5. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Forced out to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
You got nothing to run. You got nothing. Check safety.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. From the 22, Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Here we go, here we go. 70, Indy.
Check the back, check the back.
Pilot, 64, weak. Deep river.
On first down, Pittman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Look, squeeze. Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 38-yard line.
Ready.
On second down now, Pittman. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. On third down, Pittman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Hey, Alpha.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Hard. Shoot.
From the gun, Lawrence. And he comes back with one complete. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 28, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
McManus's point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Final shot before the half for Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Coaching spell.
Check nickel, nickel,
Bam. Now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pittman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Go on. Bravo.
Throwing again, Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40.
Hey, zoom.
From the gun, Lawrence. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. This is caught. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Always important to get the first score the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
43. Blue dot working. Alpha.
On 2nd and 1, Mahomes steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Brashad Perriman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Hey, wahoo!
To throw on second down, Lawrence. His throw incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Hey, exit.
29 is a Mike 29.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check.
Look at me. Go.
They'll run on first down. Pittman. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard
60
line.
or. Recon, 132 fighter. Snap.
A quick throw here out to Brown. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Mahomes now on first down. Preston Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Throwing on second and long. Mahomes, and he will find his man on the outside. And he's only able to get it up to about the 2-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
From his end zone, Mahomes on third and long, being chased out left. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's first and 10 at the 19-yard. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Flushed out right. It's Hill, complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it with Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a
On second down and 4, Mahomes looking for Perriman there. He's got him. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Hey, Delta, look at me, zipper. Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
From the 22, Mahomes. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Dancing to his left. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He'll try and run it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First down, Kansas City.
He'll look to throw. They complete it to Hill. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback there.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. but you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Set up, 30 base.
Run! Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
49, check 49, check 49.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
Some of the